Zulu, wind 350 at 5. Visibility 10, skyfish and clear, temperature 3, dew point -4, altimeter 2984. Visual approach in east, line runway 26, and for departures runway 17. And advise initial contact information Quebec. Range time information Quebec, time 1650 Zulu, wind 350 at 5. Visibility 10, skyfish and clear, temperature 3, dew point -4, altimeter 2984. Visual approach in east, line runway 26, and for departures runway 17. And advise initial contact information Quebec. Range time information Quebec, time 1650 Zulu, wind 350 at 5. Visibility 10, skyfish and clear, temperature 3, dew point -4, altimeter 2984. Visual approach in east, line runway 26, and for departures runway 17. And advise initial contact information Quebec. Range time information Quebec, time 1650 Zulu, wind 350 at 5. Visibility 10, skyfish and clear, temperature 3, dew point -4, altimeter 2984. Visual approach in east, line runway 26, and for departures runway 17.
Alright.
Advise initial contact information.
We're going to taxi here, got a little snow.
Range time information Quebec, time 1650 Zulu, wind 350 at 5. Visibility 10, skyfish and clear, temperature 3, dew point -4, altimeter 2984. Visual approach in east, line runway 26, and for departures runway 17. And advise initial contact information Quebec. Range time information Quebec, time 1650 Zulu, wind 350 at 5. Visibility 10, skyfish and clear, temperature 3, dew point -4, altimeter 2984. Visual approach in east, line runway 26, and for departures runway 17. And advise initial contact information Quebec.
Check. Alright, nice and sunny today. Gonna check, make sure there's no aircraft staying on the center line here. Winds 5 knots, not too bad. Up here, and first we're at a controlled airspace, so before we can get into the taxiways for the runway here, we're going to have to...
On your transmission is beacon unreadable.
To get clearance here. You'll know that up here there'll be a solid line with dashes, that means that's all. This guy here on the left sounds like he's having problems with his radios. I can't hear him. Front range ground, experimental Very Z220 Echo Zulu is Alpha 7 with Quebec for a southbound departure.
Very Z220 Echo Zulu, front range ground runway 26, taxi via Alpha.
26 via Alpha for Very Z220 Echo Zulu, thanks.
Very Z Echo Zulu, say again your direction.
I'll be a southbound departure for Very Z220 Echo Zulu. But he cleared it, so we can get onto the taxiway here. Making sure we want to stay on center line here. We're going to come up here, we're going to get into, there's a little area for everyone to do their pre-flight check. We're going to do a pre-flight, and we're going to use, of course, a checklist for that. I'm wearing these gloves today. They're a little cold. I don't have a heater in the plane. It's probably 40 degrees out.
clearance, Cardinal 2900 X-ray.
But hand gliders is what I read. They use these little plastic gloves here, like doctor's gloves.
Roger.
They work wonders. Keep your hands warm.
Back, we're going to be VFR today to Colorado Springs at 10,500, requesting flight following.
Cardinal 220 X-ray front range, ground Roger, runway 26 taxi Alpha.
So the guy.
Runway 26 Alpha, and that's Cardinal 2900 X-ray. That's taxi takeoff.
Alright. So the guy behind me, he's going to Colorado Springs. We're going to just the practice area.
Oh, the aircraft calling ground. Say again.
That guy's requesting.
Yeah, this is 527 Juliet Tango at Alpha 7.
Flight following. So he's going to have the controllers help him look for traffic, keep him safe while he goes on his cross-country flight.
527 Juliet Tango front range, ground runway 26 taxi Alpha.
And it's only if available, meaning only if the controllers have enough time, because they're working with people that are on instrument
36 Foxtrot
flight rules.
7 with Quebec departing south.
Experiment 136 Foxtrot front range, ground runway 26 taxi Alpha.
Alright, so let's get our, we're going to bring up our checklist here, and I have mine on my iPad here. The nose wheel straight. I'm trying to turn the plane into the wind here so I can get a little bit extra cooling. I know it's going to get crowded with these other guys here coming up, but I'm trying to get at least a little bit of cooling here. So before takeoff, correct pilot position. So seat belts are correct. Controls free and clear, up, down.
Is 5130 on departure.
I'm looking at all my ailerons, my rudder,
Copy squawk 51.
making sure that that is free and clear. Checking my trim position here on the front of my canard. Get a little gap there. I want just a little bit of gap for this plane. Yaw, pitch, trim, instruments. Turn on my transponder, which is this guy here. Going to give controllers my altitude and my heading. It's easier for them to see me on radar. I checked already with my altimeter. Going to bring up my last flight instrument here. Fuel quantity check is on. I'm on main. I check quick gas. Fuel caps are on. And then I want to run it up and get the mixture set for this altitude. I'm holding the brakes, bringing it up, my power. Checking my magnetos, making sure I don't have more than a 50 dip, 50 RPM. I'm just checking my RPMs here. Now I'm going to get a boost here. Right where it dies, and then bring it back up, and that, so I have the correct fuel to air mixture ratio there. And I'll do a ground lesson too on this run up and everything, so we're kind of going over it pretty quick, I know. Landing brake up, canopy locked check, mixture on correct. Alright, we're ready to go, so I'm going to call up tower. I'll look on my map here, get the tower frequency, which is 120.20.
17, advise initial contact of information, Quebec. Front range tower information, Quebec, time.
Got it. Get my radio. I'm going to call them, tell them where I'm at, what I want to do, where I'm going. So I'll go ahead and do that before it gets too crowded here. Front range tower experimental very easy. 220 Echo Zulu's Alpha 9 for southbound departure.
Very easy 220 Echo Zulu, front range tower, runway 26, clear for takeoff, left turn out.
Clear takeoff 26, left turn out for very easy 220 Echo Zulu, thank you. So she cleared me to go ahead and take off.
And 136 Foxtrot, ready for departure 26.
Parameter 136 Foxtrot, front range tower, taxi up and hold short of runway 26.
Alright, 36 Fox, taxi up and hold short of 26.
And front range tower, experimental 527 Juliet Tango is...
I'll try and use as much runway as I can. As runway behind you
7 Juliet Tango, front range
is never any help.
7 Juliet Tango holding short.
And front range tower, Cardinal 2900, X-ray holding short of 26.
Cardinal.
Alright, and here we go, full throttle.
Number 1 in sequence.
Zero X-ray is number 1.
Cardinal 00 X-ray, runway 26.
Airspeed's alive. Engine instruments in the green. I'm going to rotate at about 65 here.
507 crossing interstate, frequency change approved, made out of class Bravo.
Roger.
Rotating.
507, thank you, man.
Just hold it, hold it, hold it. So we get off here. We're off. Here comes up.
10 miles south.
Woo!
Let's go.
Cardinal 00 X-ray, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
00 X-ray, clear for takeoff.
Up. Off.
Skywagon 3649 Charlie, front range tower, ident.
Take a left turn out because we're going to be southbound.
Altitude indicates 6,900. Enter a, make straight and approach for runway 26, report 2 mile final.
Straight for 26, report 2 mile final. 2 mile final, 49 Charlie.
Air Easy 0 Echo Zulu, crossing interstate, frequency change approved, made out of class Bravo.
Out of class B, cross highway, frequency change approved, very easy, 220 goes to the thank you. Alright, what a beautiful day.
Experimental 136 Foxtrot, verify number 2.
Checking all my instruments here.
36 Fox, we're number 1 actually.
Experimental 136 Foxtrot, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
I'm checking, make sure my cylinder head temperatures are low. Checking my EGT oil temperature. They're all correct. And I have all these memorized, so you want to look in your pilot operating handbook and memorize what all these temperatures should be at, so you'll know if something is wrong.
Number 00 X-ray, frequency.
I actually have a computer in mind that starts blinking and telling me if I have a problem, which is awesome. So I'll get a light cheat that'll come up. I even got a computer here telling me to make sure my gear is up, which it is.
Juliet Tango, line up this way.
And here we're crossing the interstate, which you told us, but we always want to make sure we're below 7,000 feet. So I'm going to level off because this thing can really climb here. Alright, and now what I'm doing next is I'm looking outside and I'm viewing the horizon through my canopy. And if I give it a certain amount of space...
Terminal 36 Foxtrot, you've got traffic off your right side, 6,800 is a Cherokee.
36 Fox, we're looking for traffic.
So I have that space there.
7 Juliet Tango, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
I can verify that I am staying nice and level here.
36 Fox, negative contact on the traffic.
Terminal 36 Fox, he's at you're about your 5 o'clock now. He's with approach 7,000 feet.
So I have that space there.
36 Fox, okay. Thanks.
That's giving me my straight and level flight. If I could pick something out on the horizon, a certain point, and head towards that point. And that'll keep me in a straight line so I'm not doing swerving action.
Parameter 36 Fox, crossing interstate, frequency change approved.
36 Fox, crossing interstate, frequency change.
Alright. So, we just left front range airspace. They have from the airport out about 5 miles, and that's their controlled airspace up to 7,000 feet. It's like a cake. You can imagine a gigantic cake, 5 miles, up to 7,000 feet, and that's all their controlled airspace. So we left that, and now we're coming out here. We call this
7 Juliet Tango, extend downwind, I'll call your base.
the practice area. Some of the things we're going to practice today, of course, straight and level flight. We're going to do some turns, left and right.
Skywagon 400 Charlie, runway 26 clear.
And we're going to climb up a little bit here.
Runway 26, 400 Charlie.
Parameter 7 Juliet Tango.
So my, it's a little bumpy today.
Skywagon on a 3 mile
But I'm going to,
1,400 feet.
of course,
7 Juliet Tango, looking, no contact.
have my view outside, so, which is, I'm going to stick my nose up. Before I had that little bit of space there, and that kept me straight and level. Now I'm going to pull back where I don't have that space anymore. Trim up the aircraft, so it's easier for me to fly, and we're going to climb up here a little bit.
Wind check.
The ceiling here, so I'm checking on a map always, is 8,000 feet. So we're going to stay in that 8,000 feet. We're just going to get a little bit more
2 mile final, 6,400.
altitude here. We're keeping that point out off the nose. We're kind of, heading in that straight line distance. All right. So we'll get up to 7,500 feet. So I'm watching, of course, my instruments for my climb. I'm looking outside at my nose, making sure that my vision is in a climb ratio, and I'm scanning for traffic. So I'm taking each, that section of sky, holding 5 seconds. Third section of sky, holding 5 seconds. Holding a few seconds. Holding a few seconds. Constantly scanning for other traffic. All right. I'm bringing down the nose. I'm at 7,500. I want to stay about 7,500 feet here. And I'm going to do some clearing turns. Clearing turns is I want to clear the area, make sure there's no other traffic so I don't hit anybody, or nobody hits me. First I'm going to do, check to the left. You always turn your head and look first. I don't see anybody. And I'm going to go ahead, turn the aircraft. Again, it's my visual, that horizon to the front of my aircraft and what that looks like. And I got to leave a little bit of space, so I'm going to stay level. There's a clearing turn to the left. And we want to do 2 clearing turns, one to the left, one to the right. So there's one to the left. Straighten her out. I don't see any other traffic. Clearing turn to the right. I look before I turn. No traffic. Turning that 90 degrees. Verifying the traffic is clear. As I turn here, I'm looking outside the nose of the